Okay, wonderful. So I'm glad you guys are here for a 90-minute yoga class. If we haven't met, my name's Holly. We're gonna do the traditional 26 and 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. Since we're not in a warm room, we're gonna get started with a couple rounds of sun salutations just to kind of warm up the body and get the blood flow going before we hop into pranayama deep breathing. For sun salutations, you'll start towards the top of your mat. I'm going to stand back a little bit so you can see me better. I'm actually going to show you from the side. So sun salutations, think of them as a way to salute or greet the sun. Every movement comes with an inhale or an exhale, and we use Ujjayi breathing, which is similar to pranayama breathing, but it's in and out through the nose. You want a gentle constriction to your throat, so you breathe a little bit slower, and that'll build up body heat. Start with your feet close together, rock the weight into your toes, bring the weight back into your heels, and then just give yourself a breath just to kind of arrive in the present moment. Wonderful. Bring your hands together at heart center. And we'll begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you were saluting the sun. As you exhale, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, go down, arms with your ears, put your hands on the floor, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or even the floor. Weight in your toes, chin away from your chest. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank. If plank does not work for you, you can come down onto your knees in tabletop. On your next exhale, bend your elbows in and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, come up either into baby cobra with your thighs on the floor and your elbows bent, or up dog with your thighs off the floor and your arms straight. In up dog, if your thighs don't come off the floor, bend your elbows. It's safer for your shoulders. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. And if down dog doesn't work for you, you can come into child's pose. So every plank and chaturanga can be done in tabletop, and every down dog can be a child's pose. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Press your thighs back. Roll your shoulders down, drop your head. Lift your hips. Breathe through your nose. Ujjayi breathing, generating some heat. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, arms with your ears, looking up, greeting the sun. Exhale, hands back down at heart center. Second set, inhale, lift your arms up, looking up, hello sun. Exhale, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift, chin up, weight in the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step your hands on the floor and step back into a high plank or tabletop. Okay, on your next exhale, roll forward a little bit, lower down. Inhale, come up into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog, bend one knee, straighten the other. Drop your head down, lift your hips up. Look towards your shins or your thighs. Roll the shoulders down. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, arms with your ears, looking up. Exhale, hands back down at heart center. Good, third set. Inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, look forward, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands on the floor, step back into high plank, holding here. Good, on your next exhale, go forward a little bit, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Spread your fingers wide. Root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Push down there. Lift your hips up, try to rest your heels on the floor. Contract your quads. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, arms with your ears, looking up. Exhale, hands back down. Good, 2 more sets. Inhale, lift up, looking up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, come up, up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. Generating heat through the ujjayi breathing. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Slow, deep exhale through the nose. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, reach, rise, come up, looking up. Exhale, hands back down at heart center. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up, high sun. Exhale, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, put your hands on the floor, step back into high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Try to get your heels on the floor for the last one. Maybe feet a little wider apart. Spread the fingers wider, roll the shoulders down. Drop your head, lift your hips. Push your thighs back, bring your chest down towards the floor. Good. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, coming up, looking up. Exhale, hands back down. Good. So hopefully you're just a little bit warmer. From here, we will continue with pranayama deep breathing. So bring your feet together, toes, heels touch. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale. Chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way back for the wall behind you. Elbows touching away from your chest. Inhale, chin down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide. Make an HA. Sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. It's a slow ujjayi breath against the back of the throat. Exhale, head up. Synchronize your breath with your body movements if you time it right. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty, not before or after. Inhale, head down. So through yoga, we get into a deeper state of mind-body awareness. Keep the weight in your heels. Exhale, head up. Notice if your weight is shifting back and forth or side to side. Press down equally through both heels, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze inner thighs together. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs. Hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thighs tight, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, open your rib cage wide. Expand your rib cage, expand your lung capacity. Exhale, even as you exhale, draw your belly button back. Chest up, elbows touching away from your body. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders, your head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your 10 fingers, maybe other thumb, pinky finger on top. Glue your knuckles underneath your chin so your top thumb is touching your throat. Notice if all the weight is on the outsides of your feet. Try to press the knees together, root down through your heels, stretch up through your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty. 1. Inhale, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, elbows up, 6. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath in the same amount of time. Exhale, head up. So you might have to exhale just a little bit faster to push every last drop of air out of your lungs. Inhale, head down. You might have to inhale just a little bit faster to take in more and more and more air until your lungs are full. Exhale, head up. Keep your eyes open so you don't get dizzy. Slowly drop your head back. Reach your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Remember, just the neck and arms are moving. Keep the shoulders down and your chest up. Exhale, head up. Just your head drops back. No backward bending. Keep shoulders over hips, hips over heels, weight in the heels. Inhale, head down. Make sure the knuckles stay underneath your chin, interlaced up to the webbing like glue. Exhale, head up. Same thing, knuckles stay under the chin. Squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. I'll do one with you. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Push the air out from the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, top of the lungs, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up, take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, come roll out your shoulders and head. We continue. Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, make like Charlie's Angels hands. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, try to stretch up like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle for half moon pose. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little forward, head and arms back, squeeze your palms together. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember it's the first posture of the day and there's no rush. Know where you need to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. That's a wonderful gift that you've given yourself and no one can take it away from you. Once you can breathe, focus on alignment. Bring the weight back into your heels. Push your hips forward, upper body back. Left hip tilts forward, 2 hips in line. Bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down. Push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up and stop in the middle. Hips forward, head and arms back, squeeze palms together, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. You want an even stretching on the right side of the body. So notice if you're doing all of the stretching in your shoulders or all of the stretching in your hips. You want a nice rounded right side of the body and a little bit of a compression to the left side body, but don't collapse. Lift your chin, lift your chest, drop your shoulders and squeeze your palms together. Engage your abdominal wall, stomach in, slide your breastbone up. Keep the weight in your heels. And again, notice if all the weight's coming to the outsides of your feet, like your pinky toes. Try to press your inner thighs together, squeeze your glutes, and push your hips a little forward, upper body back. Right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Come down, push and push and push. Good. Change. Inhale to come up and stop in the middle. First back bend of the day. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head all the way back. So look for the floor behind you and then immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck looks good. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Try to fall down backwards, maximum weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Awesome. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, go down. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head, and then go for a walk. Bend one knee, straighten the other, move your hips right, left, right, left. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Hands to feet pose, Padastasana. Bend your knees halfway. At first, grabbing the backs of your Achilles. And if this is easy, grab your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Throughout the posture, try to touch your stomach to your thighs. Chest to knees, and then relax your head. So one day, face touches the shins below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull harder, roll forward, push your big toes down, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes, with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll forward, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, put opposite thumb, pinky finger on top, switch your grip. Keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, head and arms back. Squeeze your palms together, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. In life, there are 3 types of people. There are people making things happen. There are people who are having things happen to them. And there are people who have no idea what's happening. And in yoga and in life, it is likely that you will be all 3 at one point. So sometimes we just have a day where it's really hard to concentrate, and that's okay. Sometimes we have a day where we are in the zone. Use that to your advantage. Sometimes we have a day where we just want to hear lock your knee and know that it'll be okay. And that's okay too. Lock your knees, squeeze your palms, come down, push, lift your chin, come down, push, lift your chest, come down, push, stomach in, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up and stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. Some days we feel like super flexible, we can come all the way down. Some days it feels really difficult just to move a millimeter, right? Maybe sometimes some years, and that's okay. On the days where you're feeling like extra flexy, maybe come down, and on the days where you're feeling a little bit stiff, use that to your advantage. Work on your form. Bring the weight back into your heels. Push your hips a little forward. Head and arms back with your ears. Push your right hip forward. Keep your 2 hips in line. Left shoulder forward. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down. Push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up. Stop in the middle. Second heart opener. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open and drop your head all the way back. Squeeze your butt to press your palms together. And bring your arms back with your ears. So try to push your index fingers away from your face. So super active arms. You should feel the armpits and the chest stretch. Keep the weight in your heels. Squeeze your glutes to take pressure off of the lower back. And again, whole spine bending, not just the lower back. Push hips forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head, bend one knee, straighten the other. So whether you're having a good morning or a bad morning, or just a that morning, whether you're having a flexible day or a stiff day, or just a I don't know day, there's room for you in yoga, right? There's room for all experiences. Everybody gets a seat at the table. Second set, Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees, grab your heels from behind, step on all 10 fingers. Bend your elbows back. Try to touch elbows together, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face on the shins. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes. Notice if all the weight's in your pinky toes. Can you push your big toes down instead? Knees together, spiral inner thighs back. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up. One day lock your legs. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow, especially in a not super hot room. Just push your butt up a little bit and stretch your spine down. Good. Change. Come up, arms with your ears. Knees together, Nice. Arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward. Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet, perfectly parallel like 11s. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. All 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers, fingers in line with your shoulders. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down, halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Open your knees if you need to. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees and hands. A little bit more weight back into your heels. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Focus 1 point ahead of you, don't even blink your eyes. Now come up maximum on your tiptoes, like a ballerina, like somebody's got you by the ponytail, stretching the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and sit down. Lean back, keep stretching your spine up even as you sit down. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Inhale to come up, last part. Heels down for a moment, keep your arms active and your shoulders soft. Squeeze your knees, inner thighs together. Don't turn your toes in. Keep the insides of your feet parallel and let your heels come just a little off the floor. Suck your stomach in, lift your chest, and slowly sit down. There's no obligation to sit all the way down. Stop whenever you want or when you're a ½ inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Good. Change. Slowly come up. Push the floor away from you. Nice. Heels down, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance 6 inches, insides your feet perfectly parallel. I will show you from the side. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, sit back and down. Stick your butt out a little bit, stomach in, fold forward, keep the weight in your heels. Notice if your toes are turning in or out. Keep the insides of your feet perfectly parallel. Sit down a little bit lower, stomach in. Now start to lift up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep the triceps tight, stomach off the thighs. Lift your chin up, chest up. Good. Change. Inhale to come up. Keep your arms there. Hips a little forward. Now come up all the way on your tiptoes. At the top, contract your quads. Squeeze your glutes. Now bend your knees and sit down. Push your big toes down. Push your pinky toes down. Lift your heels a little higher. Knees a little higher. Sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Inhale to come up. Last part. Heels down for a second. Shoulders down, chin up. Squeeze knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor. Tuck your tailbone under and slowly sit down. Abdominal wall tight. Spine straight. Knees together. Stop when there's a ½ inch gap, maybe even an inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and down. Activate your fingertips. Relax your jaw. Change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Very nice. Eagle pose, Garasana. We will do the right side first. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under left. You can grab shoulders. You can interlace fingers or have hands in prayer. Thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down. Bend your knees, sit down. Lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Point your right toes towards your left calf and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. As the foot wraps, you might notice that your knees twist way to the left. Bring your knees back to center. So knees to the right, upper body to the left. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your left arm under your right arm, left under right, palms together. This side might feel different for you. It definitely does for me. Thumbs towards your face, pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right. And maybe, just maybe, cross your foot or just point it where you want it to go. So on this side, knees to the left, and upper body to the right. Notice if your hands are way to one side of your face. Bring your hands to the left and then drop the right shoulder down. Try to even out shoulders and hips. Keep the weight back in your heel. Start to sit your hips back and down, bend your right knee more. Pull your elbows down, abdomen in, arch your upper body back at the end. Good. Change. Feet together, inhale your arms over your head, second set. Exhale, right arm under your left arm, right under left. Eventually fingertips in line and wrists straight. So if I straighten my wrist, my fingertips separate, and I'm gonna try to bring my fingers back together and then straighten the wrists again, right? So in this process, pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, keep your hips down low, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. Continue to breathe. Push your left hip forward a little bit, two hips in line. Right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Sit a little bit lower, bend your left knee. Keep the weight in your heel. Notice if your hands are way away from your face. Try to have your thumbs like an inch or two away from your chin. Pull elbows down more, sit down more, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, finish strong. The left arm under your right arm. I'll show you from the side. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Cross twist. You want to even out the hips and the knees. Eventually fingers go below the nose. Sitting down more. Keep the weight back in your heel. Pull the elbows down more. Sit down more. Stomach in more. Arch your upper body back at the end. Good. Change. Feet together. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms down. Party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Lovely to be here with all of you. Woohoo! Okay, for the next three postures, we will continue on a theme of balance. So if you fall out of the next three postures, you just hop right back in. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg. Let me even out my mat here. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Point your toes. Flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. Abdomen in, interlock your 10 fingers, round forward, and see if you can pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you know your standing leg is locked, no bend, no wobble, inhale, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Heel forward, toes back. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Good, change. Slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, but try to keep your toes relaxed. So you want to push the ball of your foot down, but you're never gripping the floor with your toes. Lift your left leg up, point your toes. Flex your toes, stomach in. Round down and pick up your left foot. So when you point your toes, you engage your hamstring. When you when you point your toes, you engage your calf. When you flex your toes, you stretch your calf. So the leg that's up, we're stretching the calf, but the standing leg, the calf is neutral, right? So you're not pointing, AKA grabbing the floor with your toes. Concentrate, meditate, here we go. Lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back. So if your big toe keeps coming off the floor, rather than like grabbing the floor with your toes, just push your hips forward and contract your inner quadricep more as well. Pull up on the inner knee. If both legs lock, you should feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs. Bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. Put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or a knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot. So again, if all the weight is in your heel the whole time, you want to press your hips forward. I'll show you from the side. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up, toes back. So notice when you round forward, if all the weight sinks back into your heel and your toes come off the floor. Try to keep the hips forward when you round forward. So it's your spine moving rather than your hips. If you know your left leg is locked, start to lift your right leg up. Heel forward, hip forward, toes back. If both legs lock from the side legs make an L, like Linda, bend your elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance comfortably, then tuck your chin to your chest and maybe put your forehead on your knee. But you want to keep moving the hips and heel forward so the knee comes to the forehead, not the other way around. Change, take your time as you reverse out just the way you went in. Nice, shift your weight to your right leg, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh, squeeze your butt, lift your left leg up, toes back, abdomen in, strong stomach, round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your left leg up, heel forward, toes back. If your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Everybody heel forward, hips forward, toes back, standing leg locked. Good, change, take your time as you reverse out. Beautiful, high five. Okay, that was a forward curl. Next we do a big back bend chest opener and a shoulder opener as well. Standing bow pulling pose, feet together. Bring your right hand up, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right, elbow touches the body. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Try to bring knees together to start. Lock your left leg and point your right toes. Take a deep breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up. Kicking and stretching should be equal. Simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard. Slowly come down. Bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, two heels in line. Kick back and up until your right shoulder disappears behind your left shoulder. In other words, two shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up. Bring it out to the left. Reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder or wrist. Pick up the inside of your left ankle at the ankle bone. Thumb with your index finger. Right arm up and back with your ear. Thighs together. Hips should start off even. So notice if one hip is way higher than the other. Knees together. Lock your right leg. Point your left toes. Take a deep breath. Stretch up and go for it. Charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. So notice again, if you're grabbing the floor with your toes, soften your toes, but the weight will come into the ball of your foot eventually. Point your left toes, lift your chin and chest, and try to touch your big toe to the ceiling. Push your right fingertips forward. Try to touch your computer screen with your right fingertips. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger. So kicking and stretching should be equal. Simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance here forever. Body down more. Leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Take a slow inhale through your nose, slow exhale through your nose. Just moving your breath through your body. Second set, bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right, reach back and pick up the inside of your right ankle at the ankle bone, left arm up, knees together to start. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh of your standing leg. Lift your left shoulder, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So create maximum space between your left fingers and your right toe. Stretch the shoulders apart to open your chest. This is a spine twist. When the back is tight, the hips will try to do the work. Notice if one hip is way higher than the other. Drop the right hip down, and then push the left fingertips forward. So it's the shoulders opening rather than the hips opening. Body down more, you can do it. Leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down. Last one, bring your left hand up, Bring it out to the left, reach back and pick up the inside of your left ankle, knees together, right arm up, bicep with your ear, lift your chin, lift your chest, stretch up tall, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Standing bow pulling pose, a bow like an archery. Some people say that your right arm makes the arrow and left leg and arm make the bow. Iyengar takes it a step further. He says body is the bow, posture is the arrow, but the target is the soul. Doesn't really matter how deep you go, but it matters deeply that you can sit with yourself and breathe. So just breathe. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together, arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs and lean back. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, stretch up, point your left toes, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. So you're still not gripping the floor with your toes, right? Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, eventually bringing the weight into the ball of your foot. Point your left toes, squeeze your palms, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, arms back, lean back. Step your left foot forward, try to lift the arch of your foot up. Lock both legs, point your right toes, and slowly tilt. So a suction cup sensation on the sole of your left foot. Squeeze your palms together, push your biceps into your ears, body down, heel up, stretch. Good, change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second side, feet together, arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, maybe other thumb, pinky finger on top. Step your right foot forward, a big step, lock both legs, point your left toes and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Drop your left hip down, bring your left pinky toe down, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, arms back, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes and hinge on your hips. Can you lengthen your arms just a little bit more forward? Can you stretch your right big toe just a little bit more back? Can you stretch your spine, body down, lock both legs, heel up, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Now enough of that, come to the top of your mat and towel. You're welcome to face the long side of your mat. I'm going to face you. Standing, separate legs, stretching, Dandayamana, Vihattapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head sideways. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, lock your legs, lift your chest, swan dive forward. This is a flat back, AKA straight spine posture. Try not to round your spine. Keep your chin away from your chest. Grab your heels from behind, step on all 10 fingers. If you can't grab your heels yet, no problem. Try taking a wider or smaller step. Just play around with your step. If you still can't grab your heels, no problem. Grab the outsides of your feet. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you, especially if you have strained hamstrings or knees. Everybody roll forward. Push your big toes down. So you're pushing the big toes down, but you're not grabbing the floor of the toes, right? Push your big toes down. Lift your hips up. Lock your legs. First the legs stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine stretching, whole spine stretching, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, come up, straight spine, push the hips forward, hinging at your hips. Good, step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. I'll show you second set from the side. So you really do want to hinge at the hips. So rather than going down with a rounded spine, you're going to go down with a lifted chest. Second set, stretching, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You can play around with turning your toes in more or keeping them parallel. Just make sure your toes are never wider than your heels. You want the hips neutral or the pelvis turning in slightly. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So stick your butt up all the way down, like you're closing a hardback book, not a paperback book. Grab your heels, bend your elbows back, try to wrap your elbows behind your calves, elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine, Roll forward, push your big toes down, push your knuckles down, lock your legs. If your head's not yet touching the floor, go ahead, take a little bit of a bigger step. If your forehead's already touching the floor, go ahead, take a little bit of a smaller step. Roll forward, lift your hips up. I'm going to share an unsavory metaphor that I don't always share, but I think the people in this class can handle it, okay? Imagine there's a flashlight in your butt and you want to shine the light up towards the ceiling. So that's how much you are sticking your butt up here, right? Shine a light, stick your butt up, pull your chest down, lock your legs, try to touch forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, push your hips forward, nice. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. Something that will haunt you for the rest of your life, as it does me. Triangle Trikonasana. Here we go, feet together, arms over your head sideways. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out. Left toes in. Bend your right leg and lunge. You can take a wider step or turn your back toes in a little bit more if it helps you sit down more. Keep your spine straight in the middle, hips low to the floor, and just move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee, stretch down. Aim your right fingers between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder and breathe in and out through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn. Twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg. Keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Left toes out. Two heels in line. Inhale. Bend your left leg and lunge. Keep sitting down. Taking a wider step might help you sit down more. Lean back and move your arms. Make sure that your right leg stays straight and engaged the whole time. So you're pulling up on the quadricep muscle, right foot flat on the floor. Hover your left fingertips just between your big and second toe, and then actively reach your right arm up, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. Drop your right thigh down, push your left knee back, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. So you're looking up towards the ceiling, but you're not jamming your neck. This is what the head should feel like in triangle. Look to the right over your right shoulder. Good, come back to center. Look to the left over your left shoulder. Good, come back to center. That's the motion with your head. You're not like jamming the head in a weird way. It's just a chin to shoulder, okay? Second set triangle, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. So we're gonna do something fun. If you want to, look over your left shoulder, turn your right toes out, keep looking for your left hand. Bend your right leg, sit down, maybe touch chin to shoulder, and now move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbows, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line, bend your left leg, sit down. This time, look over your right shoulder. Look for your right thumb, maybe even touching chin and shoulder together. Sit down more, and now just move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee, good. Left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, arms at 6 and 12 o'clock, triceps tight. Reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, and drop your right hip down. So two hips in line. Sit down more, chest up more, abdomen in, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms over your head, arms down. Very nice. Relax your shoulders and chest. Standing separate leg, head to knee. Dandayamana, Bikapapada, Janushirasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 feet minimum, 36 inches. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Beyond your flexibility, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round your spine, arms with your ears, touch your exactly forehead and knee together.
You can bend your front leg. You can take a bigger step. You can turn your back toes in more, but you want to bring your knee and head as close together as you can today. And hey, if your forehead and knee don't touch today, that's okay. You're just compressing as much as possible, right? It's compression posture, compressing the abdominal wall as you round your spine up towards the ceiling. Bring maximum weight into your right front leg, right hip up, left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Slowly uncurl, take your time, arms with your ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, pivot on your heels, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Try to squeeze your inner thighs together. Stretch up, right hip forward, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Keep your back legs straight and engaged the whole time. Bend your front leg though as much as you need, but that back right leg should be contracted, locked, quadricep tight, heel on the floor. And you can bend your front leg though, touch knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers just beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your left front leg, left hip up, right hip forward, get your 2 hips in line, stomach in. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up, last. Great. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. So second set, let's work on forming a new neurological pathway. Did you know that you can tuck your chin to your chest and relax your jaw at the same time? Those things are connected but not dependent on one another. So second set, I want you to practice really choking the throat but keeping the jaw relaxed. Second set, arms over your head, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels. Push hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So chin tucked to chest, but jaw will stay relaxed. Maybe keep your hands together in prayer. Touch your knee and head together, again, taking any adjustments you need. So notice if jaw is tensing up, and we're going to practice a new neurological pathway of keeping the jaw relaxed and the chin tucked to chest. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Good. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Slowly uncurl. Left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good. Pick up your toes, pivot 180 degrees. Make sure heels are in line but not crisscross. Mine always get crisscross. Turn back toes in, push hips forward, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your left foot all the way down. Right hip forward, jaw relaxed, chin tucked to chest, touch your forehead and knee together, pull your stomach in. So there's a lot of postures where we think we need to tense our jaw, but you never need to tense your jaw. Relax your jaw and just pull your abdomen in instead. Good, push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with your ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat and towel for the hip opening series. Tree pose and then toe stand. And you know what's funny? You know, after toe stand, we'll lie on the floor and do Savasana. And then after that, we'll do wind removing pose. Wind removing pose is part of the hip opening series, just like tree and toe, right? You can kind of see the similarities. Okay, tree pose. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. At first, your foot's on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, heel to costume. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back. One day from the side, 2 knees in line. Please never force your knees. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up, palms together, Namaskar. Elbows down, spine straight. Lock your leg, but try not to grab the floor with your toes. Good. Change. Slowly lower your right leg down.
Lock your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, and lift your left leg up. Remembering that this side might feel a little or a lot different. You can lift your heel all the way up if it feels okay. Slowly let the knee drop down, never force your knees. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. If your foot slides a lot like me, just continue to hold on to your foot. There's more benefits in opening your hips than closing your hands. I'm sure there's a life lesson in there somewhere. Lock your standing leg. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. It helps with balance. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Anywhere above the knee, anywhere in the thigh is great, eventually all the way up. You can bring one or both hands together, Namaskar. For some of us, this will be enough. Just looking to the floor sets an intention. When you're ready, abdomen in, start to fold forward. If you've been coming for a while, go down with a straight spine, like you're closing a hardback book, right? Not a paperback book. 10 fingers to floor, walk your hands forward, lean forward, weight in your arms. Once the weight is in your arms, not your knee, it's safe to lift your left heel, bend your left knee and sit down, but there's no weight in your knee as you sit. Your arms take all of the body weight. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Are you breathing? Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, maybe come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up and push your hips forward to reverse out. You can also come up on 2 feet, whoop, if that feels better for you. Nice. Change, right leg down, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Falling out of postures is so fun. Slowly, gently let your left knee drop down and back, left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. If your foot tends to slide, I recommend holding onto your foot on the way down. It's safer for your knees. Looking to the floor, stomach in, fold forward. So make it an offering, just a gesture towards yourself, a little bit of peace. Walk forward, lean forward, lift your heel, sit down, a little bit of compassion, patience, and determination. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor. Remember, you can come up on 2 feet or to reverse out. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then come up. Good stuff. Nice. Change. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Let's see. Okay. Great. Okay. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, close to your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open. Mouth closed. Breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. When your limbs are close together, your heart and lungs don't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It's a truly restorative posture. Part of yoga is setting intentions. Whether you're consciously doing it, like I'm going to dedicate this practice to my grandma, or unconsciously doing it, right? Like you're just making sure that you're intentionally breathing throughout class. And that shows up in all of the postures. Like if you weren't practicing yoga and you were just lying on your back at 11 a.m. and somebody came by and they were like, what are you doing? You'd be like, I'm laying on my back. But in yoga, if your partner walks out right now and they're like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm in Savasana. It's the most important yoga posture. You may have heard of it before, right? So you could just be lying on your back, or you could have your heels close together, arms down by your sides. You could be regulating your blood pressure
Could be regulating your heart rate. Could be taking some slow breaths in and out through the nose, right? We say a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, but there is something about naming that which we are doing, right? So you're not just lying on the floor, right? You're practicing a very important posture called Savasana. And sometimes when we practice postures, it doesn't feel like we're doing much. And it's important to remind yourself, like, you're actually doing quite a bit, right? Even like 5% in a posture is quite a change, especially when we're tight or when we're injured or when we're just having a bad day. So just never discount what you're doing, even if it feels like I'm just lying on the floor. Like, I promise you're doing more than that because you're doing it with a little bit of awareness, right? Fostering the mind-body connection. Pavanamuktasana, wind removing pose, right? Like, remember, this is part of the hip opening series. Interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. So just like tree and toe, you want to keep your hips even. In fact, every single posture in this series, you want to keep your hips even. So although you're pulling the right knee down, you don't want the right hip to lift up. From a bird's eye view, 2 hips parallel. Change, right leg down, left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers. So pull your knee out and then down, avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower left abdomen. Good, change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a really big hug for coming to class, squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in the lower abdomen. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good, change. Arms down and eyes open. Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. And again, you're not just lying on the floor. And this also isn't just like an awkward pause between postures. This is a posture itself, Savasana, the posture that makes all the other ones make sense. Second set, right leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers, maybe other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Pull the elbows down to tone the biceps and to open your chest. So shoulders and hips stay flat on the floor. Good, change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down and hold still. If your right leg doesn't naturally touch the floor, that's normal. You can flex your right toes back to your face. Pull down a little extra hard, but keep the left hip and right hip even. Good, change. Left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top, squeeze knees together and down. So maybe you're just grabbing your elbows, or maybe you are consciously giving yourself a hug. If you haven't had a hug in a while, go ahead, hug yourself. Squeeze your knees together. Keep your heels in line side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you start to line up your hips. Squeeze knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, take a breath. Squeeze tighter. Good, and release, change. Arms down, eyes open, Shavasana, corpse pose. A little bit morbid, whole lots of fun. Okay, well, let's see. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, please roll off to the side and meet us on your stomach. So if your back's hurting today, if you have a history of slip discs, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, go ahead, just roll off to the side. You can always join us for later sit-ups. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Elbows to floor, forehead to knee. Good, okay, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up towards the ceiling and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, very nice. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Hug your arms into your sides. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch the whole time. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. Second set. Bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders. So from a bird's eye view, I can't see your fingernails. Little fingers should be in line with your deltoids. All 5 fingers together, hands are flat, not cupping. Feet together, lock your legs, zip up your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Right away, notice if your palms start to cup or the fingers come apart. Actively push your hands down. So creating a little bit of resistance between your hands and the floor will help to wake up the back muscles, but make sure that the shoulders aren't tensing up. Roll your shoulders back and down. It's a great opening through the chest. Keep your feet together. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet, hips, and hands down. Try to lift one more rib off the floor. Look up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to the left right here on the towel. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Okay, locust, Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position. Flip your arms, shoulders down, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day, pinky fingers touch. If your thumbs are touching, you need to flip your palms down. It's safer for your shoulders. Chin forward, eyes open. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. Press both shoulders down. Spread your fingertips wide. Root down through all 28 knuckles, not just your wrists. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your thigh up. Good. Slowly with control, lower your right leg down, change. Relax your right leg. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, and slowly lift your left leg up. Take note of how this side might feel different or the same. Try to keep your left hip and forearm touching so the hips stay even. Press both shoulders down. Lock your left leg, lengthen to lift. Can you stretch your big toe back just a little bit more? Now lift your heel up. Good, change slowly with control, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in, mouth down, kiss the towel. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, grab the floor, press your shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder, don't give up. Mouth down, shoulders down, feet together, roll forward, push your shoulders down, push your hands back, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on the towel. Still breathing. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, flip your palms down, bring your arms underneath you. So with the right and the left legs, we bring our chin forward to prepare us for chin stand, where one day like our throat is flat on the floor. But if bringing your head forward doesn't feel okay for your neck, know that you can tilt your head down, even in the right and left part. Otherwise, chin forward, eyes open, lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So theoretically, you want to work on neck flexibility, but sometimes too much is too much. Sometimes I bring my mouth to the floor for all 3 parts. You're welcome to as well. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, press your right pinky toe down, right big toe up, lift your heel up. Good, change, slowly right leg down. Relax right side body, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So notice if all of the weight is in your elbows and wrists. Try to make the weight in your fingers and shoulders instead. Micro bend in the elbows, shoulders down, fingers down, lift your thigh up. Good, change, slowly left leg down. Grand finale, everybody tuck your chin in, mouth down, bring your arms a little closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, micro bend the elbows, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, roll forward, press the shoulders down, feet together. Can you get your knees, thighs together? So soles of the feet face the ceiling rather than inwards. Knees together, squeeze your butt, feet together, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the left, and let that one go. Feel the circulation returning through the arms, the hands. Lots of fresh oxygen circulating through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. locust, Purna Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch, maybe knees together. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, inhale, fly, arms, body, head, legs, everything. Lifts off the floor, so good, like a 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body is in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. So can you bring your knees, inner thighs together, toes and heels touch, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right. Vivi, you have like some decorations in the background, and when you come up, it looks like you have 2 Mickey Mouse ears on top of your head. It's really funny. I was like, is she wearing it? No, it's mirrors. Okay, second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes and heels touch, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, inhale, lift, everything else lifting up, that's perfect, everything looking up towards the ceiling. So in this posture, we're lifting our legs and chest off the floor at the same time, which is really good for strengthening the back muscles, and it's a nice stretch through the shoulders and chest. Second set, can you lift your thighs a little higher, hands a little higher, arms up, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. Take a slow inhale through your nose, feel your rib cage expand. Slow exhale through your nose, melt through your shoulders, your chest, stomach and hips. Good. Dhanurasana, floor both. Bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Beautiful. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, and then hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out. Point your big toes and pinky toes up to the ceiling. Wrists straight. Body down more, thighs up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly with control. Lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, toes together, heels fall open, still breathing. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, just below the toes. If you've been coming for a while, loosen the grip a little bit and then try to keep your wrists straight. So it's upper fingertip grip rather than full palm grip. Point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. So you're trying to keep your wrists straight, wrists, elbows, and shoulders in line. Also, you want to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So notice if you're jamming your head way far forward or way far back, try to keep your neck with the rest of the arc of your spine, just one long arc from the side. Knees in, feet out, wrists straight, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Bring your chin forward, tuck your toes under, put your hands on the floor, push up. Good. And we're going to come to the top of our mat and towel for the fixed firm series. So for the next 4 postures, it's called the fixed firm series, and the tops of the feet, ankles, shins, and knees will be fixed firmly on the floor. So I'll show you from the side. Open your feet. So this will be the position of your lower body for the next 4 postures. Start in tabletop. This one's its namesake, Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm. You can stay here in tabletop, or slowly over time, walk your hands back. Hips might stay off the floor, that's fine. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If and only if you can sink your hips down so that your butt touches the floor, heels touching either sides of your hips, put your hands on your feet. Right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head on the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. One thing to be aware of, notice if your toes are turning way out or way in. You want your big toes pointing back so the insides of your feet are parallel. We work through tightness, not around it. So if you can only go back if your toes are pointing out, That's some ankle tightness that we want to work through rather than around. Make sure the insides of your feet are parallel. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up. Head up last. Turn around, Savasana. So sometimes I'll get people who are like, but if I turn my toes out, I can go back all the way. And I'm like, yes, that is why you should keep your feet parallel. And they're like, what? But if you can go back all the way, you already have that skill, right? So you're working on the thing that's hard, the ankle straight, the stretching of the ankle, right? Some things like, I mean, all of us have a posture or a few postures that we are naturally like good at. And all of us have a few postures that like 10 years in, I'm an inch into it and I'm okay with that at this point, right? But if you can do something easily the wrong way, go ahead and do it the right way, even if you don't go as deep into the posture. I hope that makes sense. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat and towel, second set. But there are some tricks, right? You can open your knees a little bit wider in the second set. So you walk your hands back. If you have big calf muscles, you can also flip your calf muscles out, and that might help you sit down more. If you can sit between your heels, toes pointing back, put your hands on your feet, fingers pointing forward. Right elbow down, stopping anywhere there's a point of pain. Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. If both elbows touch the floor, drop your head back. If your head touches the floor, tuck your chin in. Neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Slide your knees back together, but knees never come off the floor. Too much is too much, too little is too little. In this posture especially, err on the side of caution. You want a gentle stretch, never a point of pain. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Stretching out, breathing normal. Good. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat and towel, half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. I'll show you first set from the side. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Stretch up tall and slowly go down with a flat back. This is like the upper body part of balancing stick without having to balance. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Practice keeping your arms with your ears, elbows and wrists off the floor, just the knife edges of your pinky fingers touch the floor. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, squeeze your feet together. Nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Still breathing. So sometimes when we see somebody do something really cool in yoga, we assume that it's like easy for them, but usually when you see somebody do something really cool in yoga, it's taken them a long time to get there, right? So if you're not there yet, it's not because you can't or because they're like a savant. There's no such thing as a yoga savant. Let me be really clear about this. This is not chess. There's no such thing as a yoga savant, right? You might have a background in gymnastics that makes, or like ballet, that makes some of it easier, but that stuff giveth and it taketh away, right? So like some things might be easier, but some things might be really hard. Same thing with if you're like a weightlifter, right? Chair pose might be easy if you lift weights, but standing bow is like, so hard, right? So no matter what your background, we're all coming in with some stuff that we're naturally good at and some stuff that's like really tough to get into. And we're just kind of meeting each other in the middle. But it's just a reminder, if you see somebody do the standing splits, it is unlikely that they did that the first time. It is unlikely that they did that the 100th time, right? You're just working slowly. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the back of your mat and towel. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Stretch up tall and slowly go down. How long can you see your computer monitor? Chin away from your chest, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Take a good breath.
Good, change. Slowly come up, arms of your ears, nice. Arms down, turn around, Savasana.
So one of my favorite yoga teachers, some of you guys have probably heard of him before. His name is Joseph Insania, and he's based out of New York, but he like travels around the world teaching yoga classes, and he's like, he can do all of it, right? He can do like the handstand scorpion and the standing splits and all this stuff. And he looks like really fit, and it's really easy to look at him and be like, oh my gosh, he's so lucky. But then you find out about his life story, and it's like he still has really bad rheumatoid arthritis. He's had both of his knees replaced. He had a heart attack before he was 18. He found yoga, it like changed his life. But to this day, it's like he deals with RA. He randomly gets tumors in his arms that have to be removed. But you know, he travels around the world and he looks like a badass. But when you go and just like take his regular 26-2 class in New York, I love it because I've been there where there's like girls who are brand new and they'll be like, I can't do fixed firm. And he's like, me either. I wish I'd found this before I got my knees replaced. So it can be easy to look at somebody who looks like the picture of health and wealth and vitality and be like, they're just lucky. I could never. But I promise there's usually a story behind all of that, right? We're not like, nobody gets out alive. We're not so lucky. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat and towel. We did 2 sets of fixed firm. Yeah, come to the top of your mat and towel for camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. If you have tight knees, roll up your mat a little bit. 6 inches between your knees and your feet, okay? I'll show you from the side. Put your hands on your lower back. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up towards the ceiling. Lift your chin, and if it feels okay, drop your head back. You can stay here or go back halfway. Freeze in the middle. You can stay here or right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, please keep your hands on your back. It is safer for your spine. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last. Turn around, Savasana. So I guess in yoga, the whole thing is, and maybe in life, don't feel too sorry for yourself, but also don't think that things that are possible for others aren't also possible for you, right? A little bit of patience and determination. Slowly we open up the body, but it's a slow and steady process. I heard a quote at the Democratic National Convention, I think maybe by Joe Biden, that I really wish that I'd heard earlier in life. I was like, this is great. And it was like, nobody is better than you, but you're not better than anybody else. And I was like, oh, wow, amazing. So maybe you've all heard that quote and I'm like the last to the party, but I thought it was great. Nobody is better than you, but you're also not better than anybody else. Same in life, same in yoga. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat and towel, second set. So as Ram Dass says, we are all just walking each other home. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, squeeze your buns, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open and start to look up. Take what you learned in the first set. If you went in really fast and had to fly out, go a little slower. If first set was a walk in the park, maybe go a little deeper. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, and just breathe wherever you are. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Feel your whole body kind of recalibrating to the floor. Okay, let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Enjoy the sit up. Great. Turn, come to the middle of your mat and towel, for rabbit, Sasandasana, our deepest forward curl. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands. Flip the L's down, grab your heels from the outside. Stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Round your spine like a bunny.
forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one. The head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Nice, turn around, Savasana. This is that posture for me 10 years in, and I'm still like, am I doing this right? I'm not sure. So if you have that posture that still gives you pause, wonderful, right? Because it keeps us alive and in the moment, right? We have to check in every single time. It's never quite natural. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Second set, rabbit, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands, flip the L's down, grab your heels from the outside. Stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. See if you can feel each and every part of your back moving. And the parts of your back that you can't feel are usually the parts where we're tightest for most of us. That's the middle spine. So we want to work into opening the middle spine. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels and lift your hips up. So rather than just rounding through the neck or the lower back, see if you can really create space between the middle vertebrae by pulling your belly up and really rounding the navel, the middle spine up towards the ceiling, full spine rounding. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, take your time. Beautiful, head up last, nice. Turn around, Savasana. Almost to the end, everybody's doing great. Sometimes, especially when we know that like class is almost over, mind starts to wonder to like, what's for lunch? But I just invite you to keep your mind with your body, fostering the mind-body connection. So just staying here in this moment, in this breath, till the very end. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Wonderful, turn, come to the middle of your mat and towel, head to knee pose, right leg out, Janu Sharasana, left leg in. This is a compression posture. Arms over your head sideways, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your right leg as much as you need to touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot and flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. Bend your elbows down to open shoulder blade scapula. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left, two shoulders in line. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up tall, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Round your spine, bend your left leg as much as you want, touch your knee and head together. Flex your toes back to your face, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in. Right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right, two shoulders in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down on your back, let your spine realign, and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, and start to scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Your legs might not fully straighten today or tomorrow, and that's okay. Puff up your chest and fold forward a little bit, but go down with a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out a little bit and try to lock your legs. Now right away, notice if your toes are turning in like tacos. Tacos come after class. Spiral your inner thighs down, flex your little toes back, puff up your chest, and now bend elbows down. So trying to keep knees, feet together, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees stretch, beautiful. One day toes and head touch. Good stuff, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. So slow and steady wins the race. If you're too patient, not much happens, but if you're too determined, you can get hurt, right? So trying to find that sweet spot. Second set, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Second set, right leg out, left leg in, head to knee pose. Last of the compression postures. Arms over your head, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest,
Put your forehead on your knee. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going. Kick your heel forward. If your leg is straight, keep going. Lock your leg and bend elbows down. One day elbows actually touch the floor. Roll your shoulders back and down. Heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in to the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Two legs make a 90-degree angle, no wider. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So this is a great way to practice standing head to knee, especially if you're doing that third, fourth part where you put your forehead on your knee, right? Feel what it feels like to have the elbows touching the calves, fingers interlaced, quadricep engaged, forehead on knee, smiling up at your belly button. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lie down on your back, let your spine realign, and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. Second set, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. If your legs are straight, lock your legs and fold forward. So again, this is one of those postures where sometimes I'll see people doing this and they're like, but if I can collapse, I can come down more. And I'm like, great, now that you've proven to yourself that you have this skill, try to go down with a flat back, right? You're learning a new skill. Now the good news is there's 2 sets. So maybe in one set you really do go a little bit more for depth than for form. But at least in one set, try to keep your back flat, neck neutral, neck spine in line with the rest of the back. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. So my general rule is like, in general, do it the right way. But every once in a while, when you're looking to get a little bit deeper into a posture, if you need to cheat like once a month to like get a little deeper, like go for it, but make that the exception to the rule, right? The majority of the time, we're practicing just like pure alignment, even if we don't go as deep into the posture. But every once in a while, if you want to play around, go for it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. All things in moderation, including moderation. Spine twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm behind you, left arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Look down. If you are sitting on your left foot, slide it out of the way, roll to the right. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner thigh. Keep your right foot flat on the floor, point your left toes. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch your left heel to your right knee. Remember, you can keep your right leg straight as well. Left arm behind you, right arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. So point your right toes, keep your left foot flat on the floor. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. That felt so good. I was like, maybe I'll just stay here and everybody else can keep going. Okay, final breathing, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, turn, face yourself, your beautiful self, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. All you have to do is exhale. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your belly in. When the stomach relaxes, the inhale happens on its own. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, sit up nice and tall. Arm straight position, all 5 fingers together, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around, relax. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. If this were theater, this would be like your curtain call, your final bow, just acknowledging all of your hard work. Sometimes I shy away from the term hard work because, like, what does that really mean, right? I don't mean hard work like you push yourself to your limit in every single posture. I mean actually hard work, like you eased off on something that did not feel right. You were compassionate with yourself. You gave yourself grace. That is actually hard work, I think, more than kicking your own ass will ever be. One of my favorite teachers, Mary Jarvis, always says, stop kicking your own ass. And I completely agree. So just acknowledge all of your hard work. For sure, all the times that you locked your knee, but all the times where you went, you know what, this doesn't feel right today. I'm going to take a minute and just breathe. That's okay too. That thing that scares you or that thing that does not feel right today, take it easy. Every once in a while, come back to it. We do change. That is the one constant, right? We are always ebbing and flowing. And there's some beauty to that. So just kind of approaching it from a state of wonderment. Wow, this posture used to be so easy and today I can barely do it. Wow, that thing that I never thought I could do, I just randomly did it today. Good for you. Just staying open, staying alert. You are so very alive. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And picture yourself in perfect, radiant health.